That's actually a very good question and was going to be the topic of one of my future videos anyway, so might as well go ahead and do it now. I use Fieldpiece. This is actually something I didn't know at first either. And then when I discovered it, I was kicking myself. It actually doesn't matter the model. This one is the HS36. It has the, it's got the backlight, which is handy. It'll go up into higher temperature ranges. So just a few extras for quite an inflated price, really. But actually just your regular leads that come with your meter. These needle points pull off. And believe it or not, if you look inside there, you can just push these on there and move it anywhere you want. So that is all that it essentially is your regular leads plugged into your clamp. This is actually a necessity if you're trying to take like a amp draw on a blower motor. Because to get a proper amp draw, you got to have that door closed. And the problem is trying to have that door closed and see your meter at the same time. So you can clamp this over your blower wire, run these cords outside the panel, put your panel back on so you can sit here and look at your amp draw while you're testing it behind the panel. So you can do it this way, or you can do it the way a lot of people do and just plug it right onto your meter. But any accessory that plugs onto the head of it, you could just plug your meter leads into it and just use it like that, have freedom. So when I first discovered that, I was kind of kicking myself. I was like, dang it, that makes things so much easier. The other thing I want to show you guys on this, we all know you can use it on 120 volts, 240 volts, 480 volts. You can also use it on 24 volts. Here's our sequencer from the last video. Well, here's something I just found out, is my phone doesn't like to record that with the backlight on. I can still see the digits just fine, but my phone is making them go invisible. Huh. Sorry, I got sidetracked. Alright, so 125 volts. And just to show you there, the sequencer we used, 27 volts. Should be kicking on any moment. There it is. And I can take this and I can clip it on that 24 volt wire. And I am pulling 0.4 amps. So using your amp clamp on 24 volts can be helpful. There's cases where you may have some zoning. You got multiple zone dampers, multiple thermostats, and you have a high enough load that you're blowing 3 amp fuses, but you would not be blowing 5 amp fuses. Gas valves and contactors, basically anything that has a coil to it, like that right there. If that coil gets compromised, instead of it having like 1,000 feet of wire wrapped around that iron core, it's shorted itself out to where now it only has about 800 feet, so it's gonna pull more amps. It's going to generate a lot more heat, eventually burn into more windings. So there you go. Hope you guys can take that one and run with it. If you didn't already know it, now you do.